Ah well, mon nom s'appelle SK, original.
Hello, YouTubers. This is the M of the Emanation of Bespoke Hairstyles. I hope you're good and I hope you're well. Thank you for watching this posting. I just wanted to model my hairstyle for you. The reason why I'm doing this post is nothing to do with my hairstyle. These are earrings actually that I put in to my hair. But I just wanted to do a post. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about quite a few things. First, I want to talk to you about, I think I want to cover Sisterlocks, bad Sisterlocks that I've been seeing. You've seen the last post. I want to talk about Exodus. And maybe we'll start with talking about me and why I feel the need on a day where I should kind of be relaxing, resting, to do a video, to kind of share with you where my head's at. Okay, so I put a post out about bad Sisterlocks. I probably will come back to it towards the end. And when I do this post, I want you to remember, please bear in mind when you watch this post, I am a client of Sisterlocks, or at least I used to be a client of Sisterlocks. It means that when I talk from the perspective, I communicate from the perspective of a client of Sisterlocks. So everything I share with you has been from a client perspective. And then what I've learned. Because I would have liked to have had a better experience of Sisterlocks when it first happened. I would have liked the right sizing. I would have liked information on how I could care better for my hair. I would have liked the same size from the base to the tip. So what I do on client's head, what we do on client's head is it's kind of like a bit of therapy for us, giving the client what I wish I had. That's the idea. Now to do this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of energy on the head, but it's worth it. And when everything I do online, when you follow on Facebook, on Instagram, it's from the perspective of ordinary me, who basically is providing a service to support ordinary people like me. Okay? So, with that in mind, I don't know if I've shared this with you, but there was a moment where I really needed to sort out my head in terms of, before Bespoke, in terms of what I want to do next. And I knew it had to do something with hair and Sisterlocks. And I said this prayer and I wrote it down, and some of the clients have seen my prayer book or my gratitude book or my dream book, my book of dreams. And one of the things I prayed for was, and I was at a really low end, and I prayed for God to give me an opportunity to do like the Sisterlocks course and to do something. I needed some money basically, and then I made a promise that tenfold I would never, like when I get it, the opportunity, I will give it back tenfold. So and I've always remembered that prayer and that promise and that contract, and as a result, that's why I do what I do. Because this is my calling, it's what I'm meant to do. So I do what I do because I made a promise. My commitment is to help you who want to be helped. If you want to be helped and supported into having your hair in its natural form, and just look hot, but still healthy and hot, then that's my job, to support you into understanding. And it means, it's like understanding why it's okay for you to choose that, if you want to choose it. But, and my job is to kind of support you through it. And sometimes that job is deeper than just me parting and doing your hair. Sometimes that job is me talking to you and pulling out information that you've given me and my observations about you, and then giving it to you back for you to get it, why you're on track, i.e. with your choices. It's a bit kind of, but those who sit in the chair get it. So I did a posting recently on energy and vibration, and it doesn't matter if you don't have a word for it. So the word I have for it is energy and vibration. Somebody else will have a different word for it. But energy and vibration is crucial. Whether you don't recognize it or not, it's still happening around you. It's still happening around us. So, again, I didn't understand about energy and vibration, but we still learned about it. We didn't have the word for it, but we still learned about it. When somebody sits in your chair and the vibration is off and it's not compatible, I'm not saying whether the person is good or bad. I'm just talking about, like, what is it? It's the currents of the wave. The water moves in one direction and all the waters that move in one direction move. But if you get another foreign matter hitting that movement, then we get like loud bangs and chaos and it doesn't flow. So what we do, we need to flow because our backs burn, our spines burn when the wrong energy is in the chair. And that's why when you finally find a way of contacting us, which is intentional, because you're supposed to put in the work, but when you find, it's quite easy to find us, but when you do eventually speak to moi, you will find that it's a longer conversation than expected. I don't just tell you, give you, like our details and then you just turn up. It's a conversation. I need to assess whether we have the right vibration, the right energy, the right connection. You don't need to understand it, but I do, because I am the one who's on your head and I are on your head. So that is very important for us to establish whether we have the right vibe and we're going to be compatible. In doing that, the work of twisting African hair is made easier because we already have a connection. And maybe that's what other people who are thinking about Sisterlocks need to consider. The work is so hard that if you get somebody who's off key, you might end up not doing the best job. So that would be the advice, even though I'm representing the clients of Sisterlocks, that would be the advice. I make no apologies for sharing the experiences that I didn't enjoy of Sisterlocks because in a way I wish I had a better experience of it. It wasn't the best. It was all right, and I made the best of the situation. And thank God, it looks after my hair, so I can enjoy hairstyles like this. But when my hair is down, and I'm standing next to somebody's hair that I've installed, I know I could have got better. But that's okay, because I'm healing through, and I'm fine through doing our client's hair. Recently, I've been seeing really bad Sisterlocks, and I put a posting out, and the posting was about the fact that I'm seeing really bad Sisterlocks, like really bad Sisterlocks, Sisterlocks that make you kind of gasp when you see it. You're like, why? And this is from Sisterlocks America, this is Sisterlocks UK, and I'm representing Sisterlocks UK, Sisterlocks London, Sisterlocks Essex. When I get feedback that people are not getting the right locking experience, because we do the Sisterlocks and we do the bigger size locks. When I hear that, it's kind of, I'm concerned because London locks and London Sisterlocks is us. So I have to do my bit to represent those of us who are doing the work properly, and to reassure you that keep searching, because we do exist and we are genuine and we care about your hair and we touch your hair like we would want our hair to be touched or our family's hair to be touched. And it's okay to be picky, it's okay to be selective. But please be aware, warning, you sit in a consultant's chair at your own risk. You are responsible for sitting in a consultant's chair, and you need to make sure that you're sure, 100%. So when somebody says to me 0.01% that they're in doubt of getting their Sisterlocks done because they'll miss their hair I say to them, don't do it. Don't do it. Only get your Sisterlocks or your locks installed when you know 100% what curls. I'm not going to miss my curls. I just want to be locked up. That's when you do it. You research the loctician. Do not get caught up in the title. Do not get caught up in the number of years experience. Find out what they've done. Look at recent pictures. Don't just look at a picture that we are showing you. Look at the background when you come and visit the consultant, or when you look up to the pictures. Look to see whether the picture, because not everybody posts online, but look to see whether the picture you're looking at matches the background. And if things have been moved and it doesn't match the background, it means it's not the most recent. And that's why I always say, if you can, with regards to doing your research, follow the person. Look out for the person online. Look out to see whether the person is online. Look out to see who their clients are. Because there is a possibility that if they know you're coming, then they'll get the right person in the chair. And you'll be like, I want that size Sisterlocks. Their hair is perfect. But actually you find out that you don't get the right sizing. You don't get that sizing. Because that person is a relative. Or they used to do it like that size. And now they don't. If they don't do it that size, it's okay. But they must explain to you why they don't do that size. And it must sound right. A tip for you who has thin strands and not as much hair. When you do not have, for us anyway, from the perspective of M&H, when you have thin strands and your locks, and you have hair loss, your locks need to be a bit smaller. If you have thick strands and you have a lot of hair, then your locks can be like the average size kind of Sisterlocks. I mean, what we call the average size Sisterlocks. Look at Bespoke hairstyles. I'm talking from our perspective, not from another consultant's perspective. So look at our albums, look at our work. You know, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. Look at our work, and then you'll understand what we mean by the average. We don't work with sizes. We look at your hair, and each sizing is bespoke to the client's story, situation, lifestyle, everything. So basically, we tend to make people who have hair loss, their locks a bit smaller, so that they have the maximum fullness. So as the locks is fattening up, you get more fullness. So where your hair is thin and you're suffering from hair loss, you shouldn't be told it needs to be made big because you have hair loss. No, it should be made small. You should observe. Your hair shouldn't be joined. Your locks shouldn't be joined unnecessarily. Your locks should be made quite small. Look at examples of our work. And I'm not saying tiny. I'm not calling micro locks. There is a size where it's fat enough to still lock, but small enough to give you the fullness. And when we're on the head, that's when we kind of work that out to know what that is. But if you look at somebody like Tatenda's locks or Mina's locks, I'll try and write the name on this posting in Facebook or on our WordPress, then you'll understand about what I mean about that sizing. And it's so that long term their hair becomes fuller. And we're right to do that because they have fuller hair, and people who have hair loss, their patches are being covered with the way we do the locks. So if you have small strands, you need to have, and you have hair loss, your locks need to be a bit smaller. So don't get caught up in them saying your locks have to be made bigger. If you have fatter strands and you have a lot of hair, then I guess they can get away with making it big. Please be aware that it's not easy. We are meeting people and talking to people who are picking their Sisterlocks. It's happening a lot in the UK. So I don't want you to spend that money and then you have to sit there and unravel your locks. You have to be happy from day one. So take your time, save up, budget, and choose the right consultant. And that is the message. This is quite a long posting, but I cannot afford to split it and then talk about something else and something else indifferent, you know. So I hope you were able to watch the whole of it. So that is to talk to you who are having experiences with your Sisterlocks. Right now you're thinking about it, or you're thinking, I'm not quite sure my locks are nice, so I'm not. Just go and look at Facebook, do your research, have a look at what we do, and then do a comparison. I wanted to talk to you about Exodus. Exodus, you know, is happening next month. And again, I need you to know, I come from the perspective of that ordinary person who had a dream, wanted to look after her kids and work for myself, and that's what I'm able to do. And support people like me. On the other hand, obviously, you know, I do hair, but on the other hand, I really celebrate that kind of, you know, doing things for yourself and feeling like you're giving back. And we work with so many people like us who have a dream and want to do something for themselves. And that's what has inspired Genesis. That's what inspired Genesis and now inspired Exodus. And you know, Exodus is happening next month and it's a networking event. And you know, I told you that we're so busy that we can't do the 2 networking events. It just won't work. So we're doing 1. So you have an opportunity to come together, talk on a level, share what you do. Don't tag me because I'll untag myself if I don't know you. So what I need you to do is invest in yourself, come to Exodus and talk. After that, we're thinking about, and I think it'll happen, more than likely it will happen. Actually, it is going to happen, a Christmas market. The reason why we're thinking about Christmas market, obviously around Christmas time, is also November, December season, is because we have a lot of creatives who come and sit in the chair and are brilliant. And what better than to use us as a platform to actually start them off in their businesses. So, obviously, the most obvious people who are going to be chosen are people we know. You know me. If I'm not connected to you, if I don't know you, don't tag me. Like, if I know you, you've come to one of the events, so I've done your hair, then tag me away. I'll share. I know who you are. That's fine. If I don't know you, the opportunities for me to know you, to get to know you, Annette to know you, others to know you, is for you to come, invest in yourself and come to Exodus, and then talk about what you do for a living. What's your passion? What's your dream? And so we get to kind of understand you and support you so that when you're ready to kind of sell to us, you kind of know what we're buying into because we're all about vibration, energy, flow, and all of that. And like-minded people who want to support the right type of people, who want to support other people and pay it back. So if you are thinking about or interested in our Christmas market idea, the space will be limited because it's the first time we're going to do this event, the Christmas market. So we'll be handpicking the right energies and the right vendors and the right people to support this event. So one of the best ways to do it is to invest in yourself, come to Exodus, come and talk what you're doing, and then you're more than likely to appear as part of the team to start the Christmas market in 2015. I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about. And also, look. I don't know if you can see this. You know, I talk about Almocado. She does products. She does body. She does hair products. You know, we're hosting the events with her. This is a wonderful product that I've just purchased. You know, I've just recently gone to see it. Wonderful hand cream product. I can't even explain to you how delicious her products smell and how quality, like top quality products these are. All natural base. So I just wanted to show you that. I don't just buy hair products. I buy body products, facial, feet, everything basically. And this is just a great product. It replaces like my kind of, I don't know, shea butter that isn't melting quick enough in my hand, Vaseline or anything. Now I just use my hand cream and it is absolutely lovely. I shall model my hair for you one more time. I wanted to tell you that when I did a posting, I just thought of this actually. When I did a posting, somebody inboxed me and you saw, if you're on Facebook, you saw my response, right? Somebody inboxed me and said, okay, so you know I said, you know, those who, I said, actually, this is what I did. I had had enough of bad looking Sisterlocks. So I was like, shame on you. Shame on you, certified Sisterlocks consultant, trainee Sisterlocks consultants, all you people who are doing small locks or Sisterlocks, who used to do it properly years ago. And now, I don't know what's going on. You are doing terribly big Sisterlocks. The reason why I qualify to say this, because I am the one who sees the images. I am the one, Get and I are the ones who have to do corrective reconstruction work. If you've done your jobs properly in the first place, I wouldn't have to be working this hard and correcting people's hair. You have to remember people, even if you don't, I don't know, even if you meet somebody who's sitting in your chair who's not confident, support them into becoming more confident and speaking out and becoming the experts in their hair. Don't take advantage and try and finish their hair in 2 half days and then, okay, you charge them a bit cheaper than what the average consultant would, but you've made the hair too big. Give them the choice. It is not right for people to be sending me such, I mean, I'm seeing no lines. I'm seeing hair, I don't even know what to call it. What is it? Traditional locks? Afro? Sisterlocks? I mean, it's terrible. So basically, I had enough. When I put it on Facebook, that shame on you, Sisterlocks training consultant, and clients of Sisterlocks researching, please do not look at number of years experience somebody has. Look at most recent jobs, because what's happening is what's happening is, and we'll probably be like that, so check our work before you call us and ask us, you know, whether we're available to do your hair. People are getting tired and they're making the locks big. Because they've had, I don't know, 10 years experience, 8 years experience, a number of years experience. And you have to be aware of it. So I say, like, that's a Facebook status I put out. You know, when you sit in the car park, you park your car in the car park, there's a risk of your car being stolen, and they tell you, we're not responsible for your car if it was damaged or stolen. Like, there should be a disclaimer for this. When you sit in a Sisterlocks client consultant's chair or a loctician's chair, it's at your own risk. So do your research. So that's what I was putting out. Somebody inboxed me and said, they're Bespoke hairstyles. Well done for all the work you've been doing. You know, praise, positivity, positivity. But just because you're doing well for yourself, there's no need to be negative about us. You know, we're out there, we're doing the work. We just choose not to be on social media. Now, I could have chosen to just tag and, you know, put pictures out and say, okay, here's my image, here's your image and all of that. But I chose not to. I just kind of virtually responded that if you don't agree with this posting, if you don't agree with my Facebook status, I'm not representing you. I'm representing the people who pay money. You know, you work hard and you pay money to get your hair done. And then you sit in the chair and you get a botched job. Those are the people I represent. I'm not doing this for a quick buck. I'm doing this to save African hair so that the next generation see this as as an option, a healthy option for their hair, so they're not weaving and perming. Because weaving and perming is for some people, but it's not for everyone. And this is a healthy option for those who are thinking of another option for their hair. And therefore, we have to represent you properly and support you properly. So if you don't agree with my status, my Facebook status, what I'm saying now, don't inbox me. Don't message me. Don't comment. Focus on your work and do your job. This is not for you. This is for the client searching. So that's what I put out. You know, she inboxed me and said, you know, there's no need to be negative. Some of us are doing the work but choosing not to be on social media. I mean, I wasn't talking to you, but if you think I was, then correct your work. But there's no need to message me because I'm not going to change my mind because every day, I get to see hair posted to me or people want to transfer who have had bad Sisterlocks. So those are the people I'm representing. Thanks for watching this posting. Take care of you. Stay blessed. Bye.
Ah, well, mon nom s'appelle SK, original, avec ringer.